Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to continue a playthrough of Skies Above Britain. And we're now beginning Chapter 2, Hardest Days. Alright, this is also 6 patrols. And I'm continuing with the same squadron I had. And so, you can see here, when we get to this period of the war, this is Eagle Day, 11 August to 18 August 1940. The Battle of Britain commences in earnest as the Luftwaffe targets ports, radio defense towers, and airfields near the coast. Perhaps there will be deeper raids inland. It does its utmost to take advantage of good weather to destroy the RAF's ability to defend Britain. Okay, a couple things you're going to notice. Escort's getting heavier. We're going to see a lot of heavy escort and a lot less chance we're going to catch Stukas this time. Last time it was on a roll of 1 to 6, so it was a 50% chance to find Stukas. Now we're down on a roll of 1 to 3. So we're going to see the heavier bombers. A lot more opportunity to see the bombers now. So it's not going to be as easy to break up the squadrons. Sorry, my battery kicked out. So a lot less chance to run into Stukas. And it's going to be a lot harder to break up these bomber formations. They're going to be bigger and heavier and don't have any more planes. Plus, on my squadron roster, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 green pilots. 1, 2, 3 of those are brand new. They haven't had any patrols yet. Thomas Willis actually had his 4th patrol, so he now became a regular pilot, which is good. And I got a bunch of pilots that need their 5th patrol, and they'll go from regular to veterans, which will help us. So, got a lot kicking around on that one. So we'll see how we do. I do have my squadron laid out already over here on the board. I have 1 veteran going up today. On C, Raymond Kerr. I got some green pilots here. I got 3 green pilots going up, and the rest of them are the regular pilots. My ace did not fly. I'm saving him for the next mission. So we're getting ready to go there. Okay. So, as usual, we got to do our die rolling to see where we're going to be at. So we roll for our squadron formation marker, and we get a 6, and a 6 is deep. Okay, so we're starting deep here this time. So we'll have to spend some fuel probably to get moved up there. Now for visibility. Our visibility is 11. 11 is clouds, no sun. So there will be no sun today. We have clouds, so it's a cloudy day over Britain today. Okay. Escort stations and bomber types, of course, we don't place yet. All right, so we have our squadron set. I think, get myself reorganized here a little bit, but I think we're ready to get started. So we do our reveal. Okay, if the raid marker is not yet in play, reveal markers on the rightmost space. Now, I was in the habit of knowing what they were. So for this one, it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Okay, so we start with just 1 in this first base. So raids have a lot better chance of coming up deeper here. So we'll mix up our markers. And we start our first, and it is straggler. Okay, so we have a straggler right off the bat. Straggler is card number 3. Place a lone bomber marker in the lost contact area. 1 section or fighter in lost contact may immediately attack the straggler, or 1 or more sections may be detached from a squadron on the raid track to make the attack. If a section makes the attack, it immediately spends 1 fuel. And we go to the bomber cycle subdeck and play that. Okay, so that's what we've got. So we have a straggler, lone bomber in the lost contact area, and we don't know what type of bomber it is, so we got to roll for that. So the bomber type is going to be a 4, and a 4 is a Junkers, so it's a JU-88. Okay, so we have one of those up here, I'm sure. Ankle Junkers. This is the Junkers right here. He's in the lost contact area on the board. And we're going to assign a section to go get him, because I'm going to get this victory point. I know that victory points are precious when we start getting into this, and I know I'm going to deplete my sections out, but that's okay. I'm going to send a green section, so they're going to be lost contact, and they're going to swoop down on this, onto this bomber, and see if we can't take him out. Our leader's coming in, and green 2 and green 3 are going to come in this direction. On the JU-88, it takes 4 hits, one cockpit, and 2 engines. We'll put him down. Okay, and green section spins a fuel. So we spin a fuel right there, right out of the gate. All right, we go to our bomber cycle. We start with card B1, approach. So we now have placed the bombers. And we go to burst. Okay, so we're attacking this bomber. It is a medium bomber, so I have my medium bomber deck here. All right, so we'll let the leader start them off, see if he can put some holes in this plane. All right, green leader coming in. It is a lone bomber, and it is starboard. It's a green damage, so none. Nope. Okay, so no damage there. Green 2 is coming in. Now green 2 is a green pilot. He's coming in from the starboard. Uh-oh. He takes a hit, he scores a hit, and he gets low ammo. Okay, so he's taking a hit. It's definitely a hit. Ooh, cockpit 8 on green 2. Okay, he scored a hit on the bomber. And it is Hurricane engine. He's already fallen, so that doesn't matter. That's one engine hit that I need. And he takes a low ammo. So we'll put the low ammo under there. All right, now green 3's coming in. Starboard. There we go. He gets the dorsal gunner. And low ammo. That's the end of the burst. We disengage from these guys. We do our hit check. So this is going to be, he needs an 8 or higher. 12. All right. So my green pilot thought he was damaged, but he wasn't. Okay. We've got 2 hits on him already. So now we're coming in from the tail. They don't have any dorsal gunner, so we're not going to have to worry about him hitting us. All right, so I got them stacked up, and now they're coming in on his tail, because we do resume this after all hit markers have been checked. Bomber round ends, return to the main deck. And we continue our, we have to do an escort reaction to see if he disappears into the clouds. This was a step I think I used to mess up. So we go back to the bomber deck. After combat with the straggler ends, we return to card 1. But we're still there. No flak. Getting myself back into where we were before. Yep, so the squadron burns fuel. Everybody burns fuel. That's card 9. Contact. The raid marker's not yet, so we skip that step. So no contact. Vector. Do a move or reform action to improve your squadron situation or do nothing. So we definitely want to do both actions. We want to move and go to high altitude here, and that burns another fuel. Okay, I went back and checked. I kind of jumped ahead here. Shouldn't have moved. The fuel shouldn't have moved yet. We're still there. We really wouldn't have done all this. What we do though is on the bomber card, sorry, I'm getting myself back into this. At the end of the bomber cycle, we do an escort reaction card and we check to see, one, if he goes into clouds or if we get ambushed. So he's going to try to get into clouds. If he rolls a 10 or higher, we lose sight of him. Oh, it's a 12. He got away. And that's the problem there, is I didn't get any victory points for that whole deal. And all these guys got to return to base now. So I lost out on that one. And green goes home. Because at the end of that, they lose contact. Okay. We return to card 1. So we're still deep. We didn't do that either. So I messed that whole thing up a little bit. But that's it. Green section went after him, and he got some hits on him, and he got into the clouds, and we lost him. Okay. If the raid marker is not yet in play, reveal markers on the rightmost space of the track. Okay, so now, this time, we draw 2 markers. We're going to have 2 markers this time. Comes the first one is, oops, sorry. Another straggler. Oh man. So what do? Send a whole nother section after this guy? Yeah. I haven't even seen the raid yet. Ah, dang it. Another straggler. It's going to deplete my squadron. I'll be down to 2 flights. Okay. Let's see what it is. It is a 1, a Stuka. Of course it would be a Stuka. Okay, we have a Stuka now. I'm sending blue flight after him. So we go back up to card 3. He's in the lost contact area, and we're going to send blue section after him. So blue Uses up their fuel. And now I know I did something wrong. Hang on. Because at the end of the bomber session, when he escaped, we would return to here. And then we would continue to move up. Yes. And we would have used fuel on everybody. Now I'm getting it. Okay. So these guys haven't gone back to base just yet. He would have used fuel, they would have used fuel. All right. There is no contact because the raid marker's not there yet. And then we do the vector. Okay. So these guys are going to climb here and they go here. And that gets us vectored. And now we go back to, and these guys are going back. They're going home now, return to base. Now we go back to card 1. We draw that. We have a straggler. It's a Stuka. Okay. I'm going to send blue section. Card 3. I'll get this here in just a second, I promise. Here we go. Okay, we place our flight. So I'm bringing in blue leader, blue 2 behind him, and blue 3. They're all coming in from this direction. And we're going to see if we can do some damage here. All right. Now we do our burst. Now we have a light bomber here. Okay. So we're going to shuffle the deck. And light bomber coming in from the port starboard. Leader, he scores a hit and he goes low ammo. Okay, we get the first hit on the Stuka. And it is fuselage. Okay, so there's one hit. Blue 2's coming in. He's green. He gets the dorsal gunner and low ammo. So we take a low ammo and the dorsal gunner. That's 2 hits on the Stuka. One more will shoot him down. Here comes blue 3. Blue 3 comes in, hit and low ammo. Well, the 3rd hit shoots him down. So blue 3 gets the kill. All right. Blue 3 is P. That's Wendell Pendleton. He gets his 2nd bomber kill. And we get our first bomber kill of the day, which is going to give us our first victory point. The Stuka's gone. And these guys are all going to go return to base. And they used a fuel point to get to there. Okay. We disengage. We had no hit checks. And the bomber mission is done. These 3 guys are there. We go back to our deck. And now we go. Nothing to reveal, nothing to reveal. Sorry, gotta check that again. Card 3. If a section makes an attack, it spends 1. After combat with the straggler ends, return to card 1. We go back to card 1. Raid marker is not in play yet, so we draw our 2nd raid marker. And it is, there's the raid and an anti-aircraft. The raid is card 5A for 5A. If it's place the raid marker in the vector marker space on the raid track. So we picked him up. Okay. Visibility is not clear. Place the raid marker and go back to card 1. Defer rolling the die for escort station markers. If visibility is not clear, place the raid marker and go back to card 1. So we place the raid marker, we go back to card 1. If the raid marker is in play, reveal the vector markers in its space of the track. Oh, wait a minute. We don't get to do that yet because we still have flak to do. And the flak is 6A. 6A, flak. Note the number printed on the vector marker. It is 1. And we draw a damage marker. And it is, on the hurricane side, it is an engine hit. And it might fall out of formation when we get there. Okay. If there are no tiles in the bomber formation area yet, place the damage markers on the interception map. And we have no fighters there. Okay. Now we go 6B. After the effects are applied, go to card 1. And let's see, tally ho. If the raid marker is on the raid track and the squadron is at high altitude, you may spend 1 fuel to immediately perform contact. If so, go to card 10A. Well, that's why we went to high altitude. Oh, and when they did that, that whole squadron spent fuel to get there. I forgot to take that off of there. Okay, so now we go to 10A. Okay, if the raid marker's on the raid track, you may perform contact if squadron is in the same or adjacent zone. So we're adjacent to the raid marker. Contact is automatic. Roll a die on one of the contact tables to determine where we're at. The starting position of the squadron. Okay, so let's find out where we're going to get him from. It is 11. And 11, 10 or more. Nose low. So we're coming in. The squadron's coming in. Nose low. Okay. Oops. Grabbed the wrong card there. 10B is move your squadron block. Oh, wait a minute. I was in the adjacent zone. 11, nose low. If I want to be nose high, I have to spend a fuel. I think I do. I'm going to spend a fuel. These guys are coming in nose high. That's yellow and red. Spin that fuel. Blue section, there, return to base. Because they did the interception of the other bomber. Okay, so we come in, nose high. All lost contact fighters, that was my guys, return to base. Place escort station markers on the map. Place the bomber tiles. All right, so here we go. So we get this up here. And we're going to roll 4 escort stations. All right. The escort station is 6. A 6 is high 109s heavy and port 109s. Okay. So we got a heavy 109 in the high station and a regular 109 here in the port station. All right. Now the bomber type. We've got to determine what we're going to be up against. 7 Dorniers and a 4 is the first row. So 7 was the Dornier, and a 4 is here, so he gets nine tiles. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There must be one more over here somewhere. 9. Okay. And they go like this. We'll see how this lays out. May have to move it all. This is a big formation. Yeah. Woo. Definitely is a big formation, so we're going to drift it down. Well, no, we won't. We'll leave it right there like that. Okay, so we set our formation up. As you can see, it extends. It's a big formation of bombers. So there's a big formation. Placed our bomber tiles. Oh, I was supposed to defer this if visibility is clouds, but I went ahead and did it. So we'll just go ahead with it. We go to card 12. Card 12 is orders. So I have my squadron, these 2 flights, and they're going after the bombers. There's no doubt about it. Okay. We placed our escort stations. If the visibility is not clouds, formations that are on the interception map must be assigned in order. We did that. Okay. We go to 13. Escort order. No. We go to escort order. We don't have defensive circle. Escort suppression. No. Bomber order. Okay. So we got to see if we intercept this bombers. So I'm coming in nose high, and there is escort high and escort port. So apply the highest interception number. So it's port. I'm coming in high. So I need a 7 or higher to intercept. 7 or higher. 9. I got it. Okay, so we're successful on the intercept. Place the RF fighters in the bomber formation, and we go to bomber 1. Go to B1. Okay. Now I got to determine which one of these bombers has this damage on it. So there is 9 tiles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll count them that way. So 1 to 9. 2. 1, 2 comes out of there. And then we get 6. Let's see. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So the lead Dornier took a hit. And he fell out of the formation. So they have a fallen bomber right here, out of the formation. Oops, yeah. So I need that Dornier right here. He'll be outside the formation right here, and he has 1 engine hit. Okay. I can take, we go to B1, and we now place our fighters. So I can take all this off the board. We got red and we got yellow coming in. So I'm sending red after this plane right here. We're going to see if we can get him, shoot him down. And yellow is coming in on this guy right here. And see if we can break the squadron up, maybe. That's our hope anyway. Okay. So we now have the bombers are now placed, and now we do burst. Okay. Red leaders coming in on this medium bomber from the port. It's a lone bomber. He gets a hit and a low ammo. So he takes a low ammo red leader and he scores a hit. And if it's an engine, that's all she wrote for this plane. He gets, oh, it's a wing. We got to roll a 12. We'll knock him down. 4. Did not. Okay. Now we have red 3 coming in. Red 3 scores a dorsal and a low ammo and a return fire. Okay, so he gets a dorsal hit. That's hit number 3 on this plane. It takes 4 to knock him down. He gets a low ammo. And he takes return fire. And this is hit. Ooh, rudder 7. All right, red 2's coming in. Another dorsal and a low ammo. And that dorsal gives him 4 hits. So he shot him down. So down he goes. So we got that one. We knocked him down. That is red 2. So red 2 is E. This is William Dunn's first flight, and he scores a kill right off the bat. It's my second bomber kill of the day. All right. So red did their job. Now yellow's coming in. Yellow leader's firing. Now they're in formation. Yellow leader scores a hit, low ammo, return fire, and a 6 for the disrupt. That's what I'm trying to get him disrupted. Okay, we score a hit. Let's see what we get. It's the wing. So he hits his wing. He takes a low ammo, and he takes return fire. And it's a hit. And it is cockpit and a 9. Ooh, that's a bad hit. Okay. And a 6. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. They did it. So he breaks him out of that formation right there. That's what we needed. So he disrupted the formation. That's 2 that I get there because they have not dropped their bombs yet. So I isolated 2 of the Kets. All right. Yellow 3's coming in. He's firing. Now it's an isolated formation. Green, he's not green. And a 3 means distress. So now he becomes fallen because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on that one. So now he becomes a fallen fighter. I'm going to slide this over for a minute while I do this. That wing hit goes there. This one became destroyed. This one is now fallen. All right. Well, what we were hoping to do has worked. This is exactly what we wanted to happen right here. All right. That was yellow 3. Now we have yellow 2. He's firing at him. Yellow 2, he's a lone bomber now. He scores a hit and he gets low ammo. So he takes a low ammo and we score another hit. And it is cockpit. Cockpit on a Dornier is 1. He got him. Hey, my green pilots are scoring kills. Oh no, this is yellow flight. None of these guys are green. Yellow 2 is in. In is William Nichols. That's his 4th kill. That's my 3rd bomber killed. So this has been pretty good so far. All right, that one's destroyed. Can take this off of there now. Okay. That's it for my bombers, my fighter attack. Slide this back over a little bit. Okay, burst is over. Now we disengage. So I got all my fighters here, all disengaged. And now we do a hit check. Okay, so we'll start with the rudder 7 way over here. Needs a 7 or higher. 10, thank goodness. Okay, that one's gone. Now we need a 9 or higher for this cockpit hit. 8, did not get it. Okay, so he goes yellow leader on the cockpit, goes into that box there. All right, now that's my hit check. We do resume. So I'm going to pause right there because I forgot to do something at the beginning of this mission. I forgot to roll for my guys in the hospital. So A had a bailout. He's back. He's returned to the squadron. But I got to roll for I and H. So let's do that real quick. Here's for H. He gets a 10. He returns. So he's returned back. And now I, he gets, hey, a 10. He got back too. Okay, so I get my pilots back now out of the hospital finally. All right, sorry for that, a little out of sequence there. Okay, resume. We go back to the main deck. We don't have a cruise order. Bomber formation. If none of your RAF fighters are in the bomber formation area, skip entropy phase and go to card 20. Unengaged fighters in the bomber formation must return to base or attack bombers. So nobody's, but I can either return to base or I can continue to attack. Yeah, I gotta check something. Yeah, so all these guys chase these fallen bombers, so they're in the lost contact now. They're all lost contact. So I don't have anybody in the entropy phase, so we go to card 20. And card 20 is chase. So lost contact sections and independent fighters must go to the return to base or attempt chase. Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Because this is so huge and I've scored pretty well, they're all going home. If I chase these guys with all that fighter escort, I'm just asking for trouble. So they're going home. I'm taking my licks here. I knocked down some bombers, disrupted their planes, their formation, but we're going home because my flights are really down to just those two. and I don't want to get them shot up, and I don't have anybody. I got one plane down, going down, that's all. Okay. So we go patrol complete, and we go to the last card, which is the return to base sequence, and we check fighters in the fate box. Well, that's yellow leader right here. Okay, so we have to roll for him and see what happens. $11. Hanger. He made it back. So he nursed that plane home, and he's home, and he made it. And we made a short mission of this patrol day, but we got home with all our planes, and that is what's important. Because I'm telling you, this is just a sample of how tough this is going to be. So we're back home, return to base. There's nothing we had to fuel check for, no channel recoveries. Pilots update the pilot roster. So, and then we have our tallying points. Score your patrol by awarding victory points. Yep. So, I'm going to tally this up real quick and I'll show you where we're at. Okay, so we knocked down 3 bombers and isolated 2 cats, so we earned 5 victory points for this mission. I'll take that to begin with for a nice little start. And let's see, we're gonna have K, pilot K. He now is a veteran, so we flip him over. All right, he had his 5 patrols in. M, he's a veteran now. Picked up another veteran. N, he's got 5 in. He's a veteran. 4. Here's 5 for Roscoe R. He's a veteran now. And W, he got his 5th big patrol in. He's now. All right. And Nichols has got 4 kills, so he's 1 kill away from becoming an ace. That's good. All right. So, a quick mission, sort of. And we survived. Everybody got home. All my guys are out of the hospital. The squadron's feeling good about themselves. They're ready to go for another round here. And so we're going to get them set up, and we'll see how the hardest days continues. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.